Hi guys, welcome back to the Bill and Jena Show. We're here with Greg Van Camp, and he is a debt elimination specialist.
Hi Greg, welcome.
Hey Bill, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey listen, we've been hearing all kinds of stuff about your debt elimination, and it's really got our curiosity piqued, and I know it's got our friends out there that are watching really want to know what you do, how you do it, why you do it. Before we start asking you tough questions, why don't you take a minute and give us a quick overview?
Sure. Well, debt elimination is exactly that. It's eliminating someone's debt. Kind of a brief overview, kind of easier to tell you what it's not. A lot of times people get confused and they think it's like bankruptcy. It's not bankruptcy. Sometimes people think that it's settlement where you're actually renegotiating a debt. We don't do that. Sometimes people think it's credit counseling, and we don't do that either. We actually do use the law and we eliminate the debt. That's plain and simply what we do.
Very cool, very cool.
That's awesome.
Tell me, the phone is ringing. That's not cool on the show. All right, so you legally eliminate the debt.
That's correct.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions, and then we'll let Jenna ask you the really tough questions. It's our intent when you come on the show, usually I hold you, she kicks you.
Okay, not a problem.
And let me see, yeah, she's wearing them pointy shoes, dude, so the answer's got to be good. But, debt elimination, it sounds different. We've heard, we've seen, and we've actually had a segment on the show here with people that did debt settlement.
Right.
Okay, this is different than debt settlement.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, you actually eliminate the debt.
Yes.
And make it go away.
That's correct.
So let's start with what kinds of debt can you help with? Can you eliminate the debt from my house?
Actually, no. Actually, what we want to do is we want to use unsecured debt. So, like, if you have a house, we want to make sure you keep the house.
Okay.
Because if you eliminate that, you also eliminate the house. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about like credit card debt. We're talking about like student loans. We could be talking about like lines of credit. A lot of times we deal with medical debt. There's a lot of different types of debt out there that's unsecured.
So if you've got unsecured debt right now, like we'll use this for an example. We used this example before.
Okay.
Jenna sees an ad on TV that says that they're having a sale on shoes.
Okay.
She takes her credit card out and she goes out, she rocks and rolls, she buys every shoe. Okay.
Okay.
Now she told me she got herself in a little trouble with the credit card debt over the shoes. She didn't want to do the debt settlement because she didn't want to give up half the shoes.
Right.
They settle half the debt. She assumed she'd have to give up half the shoes, right? That's fair, right? She couldn't decide which foot to wear them on, the left foot or the right foot. This is an issue. But with yours, you eliminate the debt. What happens to the shoes?
You still keep the shoes.
So you keep the shoes, kid.
That sounds like a plan to me.
You're liking that part, right?
Yeah.
So she keeps the shoes, but the debt goes away.
That's right.
And this is legal?
It's perfectly legal.
Okay. Does she have to go to court?
Typically, no.
Typically, no. Okay. All right. So can you explain, kind of step by step what happens? We've got Jen. Okay. We'll just use her as an example.
Sure.
Okay. And she has this debt. And the bill collectors are starting to call, and she's having trouble, paying it.
That's
this
right.
isn't really the case with Jenna. We're just using her as an example, okay? But that's the case. So what would her first step be?
Well, let's say that she is in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not paying the bills, and you can't pay the bills, and that's where we really come in. So let's say as an example, because I want to make sure we're clear. If people are able to pay their bills, they should be paying their bills.
Right.
But let's say as an example that you're late. You're 30 days late, you're 60 days late, you're 90 days late. Well, eventually what's going to happen is that credit card company or that lender,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to eventually stop collecting the debt. They're going to do what's called a charge off. And when they charge it off, you legally do not owe that debt anymore. Then what they do is they sell it to a third-party collection agency. This is where we have a problem. This is where they actually do things that are not exactly correct. And so this is where you have the legal recourse to be able to eliminate that debt. So once a third party gets involved, we simply go to work and we inform them of the letter of the law. And every single time we do this, the debt is eliminated off that person's credit report. You don't owe them money anymore. And it actually fixes your credit report.
Fixes your credit.
Actually fixes your credit.
And how does that play out?
Well, the worst we've ever seen on anybody that has had their debt eliminated is they have a line on their credit report that says paid as agreed.
Paid as agreed. Wow.
It's actually a very positive thing on your credit.
That's a very positive thing. I know a little something about credit. We're part of the iNet Team Business Alliance. We help people with merchant services and business loans and stuff like that.